So, Bentley, with what you've seen so far from England in the last 2 games, which players have impressed you under Tuchel? And which players... I haven't finished yet. Why don't you wait for me to finish? Why are you so eager? And which players, still, Darren, have a bit more work to do?
Ready?
To get into his side.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the England squad.
Thank you. Ready?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
For the World Cup.
All right, thank you. So, I mean, you got the obvious ones, of course, like Pickford. There's no point talking about those guys because they're going to be in the squad, right? But players that who caught the eye.
Sorry, if Pickford, broke his arm.
No idea. I don't know who's next.
That's weird, isn't it?
But this is the problem I have. I've said this before, but anyway, that's another story. I thought Ezri Konsa was good. I thought he did well in the spells that we saw him. I thought he looked comfortable at that level. Strong, quick, comfortable in possession as well. I thought he's done himself a world of good. I think he'll be in the squad. I thought Reece James. Yes, I thought
he was fantastic, man.
Brilliant. He's range of pass. But we know this. The problem is you almost forget because of the injuries that he's had, and that he comes in for Chelsea, plays a couple of games, and he's out for another 4 or 5 weeks. You almost forget. But that free kick there, I mean, there's an angle behind the goal where you see how far out it goes.
Yeah, it's a great angle.
And comes back in.
Did you see Harry Kane talk about that afterwards?
No, what did he say?
He tried it a few times in training. He knew he could do it, but when they had the free kick, they thought might be a bit too far for him.
Yeah, no. I think he definitely. But I almost feel like Thomas Tuchel was looking at that Reece James scenario going, please be fit, because Thomas Tuchel loves him. Like
he does love him.
He was so successful.
Chilwell, he loves him.
He was so successful years, and he'll be in the next one.
No,
I'm telling you.
Without doubt.
He loved him at Chelsea, so I think he's done himself a world of good. I think Gahey will be there. I think he's been.
Who are England's starters, centre half? Stones?
John Stones and Mark Gahey. They're the best two, I think personally.
Harry Maguire's time up.
Yeah, I think so.
Under the new manager.
Yeah, I just think now we've got so many players in that position, but you never know if Levi Colwell's form goes and Dan Burn maybe.
Dan Burn done?
Yeah, I think he's still got more to do. I still think he's definitely got more to do.
Right.
Someone who's done themselves a world of good and will be on the plane 100%. I think even though he's only played 2 games, Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Oh, without doubt.
He has to be.
I'm a little bit annoyed that because Miles Lewis-Skelly's in the squad, Wanyeri's not.
No,
I don't get that. I think Wanyeri's a special talent.
He is special.
And he's as special as Miles Lewis-Skelly.
But Lewis-Skelly's... when we talk about taking your opportunity, he has well and truly his opportunity.
Without doubt.
2 comfortable performances, a great goal in the first one as well.
And we've been crying out for someone to fill that void.
Exactly. Now, obviously, Lewis Hall, when he comes back, is going to get an opportunity. But I think if you're looking at moving forward, Lewis-Skelly's in the squad. Even now, I think you almost have an idea when you're in England squads, like... Even if you're scoring goals, like for me personally, scoring goals for my club side, you can always kind of get an inkling of what's going to happen in the next squad, depending on how you did so if I'd scored in the previous squad, well, I'm thinking, I know I'm in the next squad.
Yeah.
And I think Lewis-Skelly will be looking at that going, well, unless my form completely falls off a cliff, I'll be in the next one, for sure.
Is he going to start regularly for you when everyone's fit?
Yeah, it depends. If Lewis Hall comes in and does the same thing...
No, for you.
Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's now your left back.
Well, Calafiori's picked up another injury. Zinchenko's probably going to go. Tierney's going to go. And Timber can play left back when Ben White does get back into the team. But what he's shown Miles Lewis-Skelly is how do you leave him out?
I agree.
You start going through the midfield players now. We still haven't seen...
Curtis Jones?
I thought he did all right. I think he's still got more to do, though.
Okay.
More to do. Jude Bellingham, I think, has got more to do.
Oh, shit.
No, he ain't. Gibbs White, we don't know yet. Still don't know, so he's still got more to do, which is a bit unfortunate for himself.
Yeah.
Now, this is an interesting one. Jordan Henderson.
Oh, yeah, we didn't see him at all, did we?
No, of course we did. He came on both games.
Oh, no, but I mean, we didn't see him start, which is what I thought he was going to do. But he only played 10 minutes last night?
Yeah, so I'm wondering, is he just still going to be in the squad just for that kind of, at the end of the game, keeping possession?
Well, why are you bringing him on for 10?
It's bizarre, isn't it? Which that tells me he's going to be there.
Yeah, but I just don't see the point of that. I thought if he's picking him,
he's going
to play him.
No, so I think he'll be there. Ebrich Eze and Morgan Rogers, I put them. I think they've both done themselves. They're taking a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
But still, I wouldn't say they're nailed on. But Eze's goal, I mean, the creative spark to step overs, kind of move his body, manipulate the ball and bang, score a goal. Scoring a goal always helps. So I think those two have still got a little bit more to do. But I think they've taken a step in the right direction.
Do you think, how confident would you be now if everyone's fit to name England's starting 11 for the first game in the World Cup? If everyone was fit, do you think Thomas Tuchel knows it yet?
Yeah, I think he's got a preferred 11. Yeah, preferred 11 he has, yeah.
Who do you think is his left back in that?
I think now, looking at what Miles Lewis-Skelly's done, he's catapulted himself.
Okay.
Chilwell, that's his boy now.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I agree with you, Lewis-Skelly surprised. Not surprised everyone, but he's taken the ball by the horns, right? He's been outstanding.
So Harry Kane is there, forget about him.
Yeah.
Jared Bowen. I'm not sure.
And we know Danny Dyer listens to the show.
Yeah.
So none of us want to get beaten up on the way home.
No. I think he needs. Do you know what? I think he's got more to do, because I wouldn't say that he set it alight in these internationals, but you've also got Saka to come back. You've got Palmer.
I forgot about that. Saka's
and you've got Palmer that can play on the right hand side as well.
Yeah, but he's going to start Saka.
Yeah, but then what about Palmer?
I don't know if Cole Palmer wants to start on the left, does he? I know you've got to find a place for him.
Right.
Where are you going to play Saka?
No, that's my point. So if you talk about on that right hand side, just players that can play there.
Oh, I see.
You've got Saka. You've got Cole Palmer. You've got Bowen.
Yeah, he's down there.
You know what I mean? So that's why I go. So he's definitely got a lot to do. Jared Bowen.
About Rodgers, you're not talking about Rodgers.
Yeah, I said that. Him and Emergence, I think, have taken a step in the right direction, but still more to do. Rashford.
Go on, what do you think?
I think it's a weird one, because
forget about when he played on the right.
I think Tuchel is desperate for it to work. That's why you play him. You start him in both games, because I think Thomas Tuchel is a big fan of his and really, really wants him to succeed.
I think he loves his pace.
Yeah. And directness.
He's got an abundance of pace, right? And when he does get the ball, we saw it last night. When he does get the ball, it does look menacing.
It does. I mean, his final ball decision making's got to improve.
Yeah, but so was everyone's last night.
Yeah, but I think Tuchel is desperate for that to work. Solanke, we have no idea. Didn't play a minute.
No, I didn't get that.
No, didn't play a minute. Do you know what? He's got a lot to do, by the way. I know it's going to sound bonkers, right? Because he's at one of the best teams and they've been so dominant of recent. Phil Foden.
Yeah, I was just looking at him, actually.
He has got a lot to do, by the way. Because, yes, we now have special...
I think he has to go.
You say it for... Okay,
no, but he...
What have you seen in English?
Okay, I'm not necessarily... I love Phil Foden, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not necessarily saying to start, but you can't take a squad without Phil Foden.
Why can you not?
Because, he's naturally gifted, one of the best players we've got. Technically, he's absolutely brilliant.
I get that, but you give me an example of an England performance.
Okay, well, give me a better Phil Foden off the bench.
What, more of an impact?
Yeah.
If Grealish can sort himself out.
Okay.
There's one. Anthony Gordon. I mean,
he's more of a wide player, right?
Yeah, but that's where Phil might play on the left.
But I won't play Phil Foden as a wide man.
So where'd you play him?
Well, if you're going to...
if he's a 10...
Well, Bellingham came off and Foden came on, right? Last night.
So if you're talking about a 10... This season,
I know you got Copper.
There are people there that have been better than him.
I know.
So I still think he's got. I think he's got work to do. You're probably right. He will be in the squad, of course, but I don't think he starts. Okay. He shouldn't start.
No, not yet. There's still time.
How much time are you giving him?
Well, I just think he's such a naturally gifted player. He'll definitely be in the squad, Benny. Of course,
no, okay, he'll be in the squad, but at some point you can't just pick.
But that was the problem we were talking about yesterday with England teams gone by in the past. Everyone's trying to get Lampard and Gerrard. It can't work. Maybe that's the problem with him and Bellingham. You just can't get them.
Well, I'm playing Bellingham 9 times out of 10.
Right, who's your three in that midfield? Bellingham, Rice, and who?
Bellingham, Rice, and when everyone's fit.
Yeah.
Bellingham, Rice, and
put Palmer in there.
Palmer.
You are.
Do you know what I'm saying? Didn't feature.
Go on.
Your boy, he's injured. Your boy. Mainu.
Kobe Mainu, yeah. Yeah, but it's him or Rice, right?
Or maybe the two.
Yeah, but that changes.
Remember, for Arsenal, he doesn't hold
Declan. I know he doesn't. He
plays the 8.
More of an 8.
Jude the 10 and Mainu the holder.
Yeah. Okay. It's interesting.
Yeah. He's got options.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.